Hello YouTube, welcome back into something a little bit different. We're actually not streaming today, so this is literally just me talking to you. I've not done one of these videos since I finished the Okami playthrough like a couple of months ago, but I ended up streaming a little bit of my Hemel Hempstead save on YouTube, on Twitch, because of the fact that we played a demo and finished it pretty quickly. So what I decided to do is that I'm going to actually give you guys a quick 10, 15, 20 minute video wherein I do like a small update. As you can see from the screen here, we have just finished our season. We have this 2023-2024 season review behind me. I plan on basically working towards getting this team to the Premier League, getting this team as high up the English divisions as possible. We won the Vanarama South by nearly 23 points, but 18 points I think we won it by. We had a golden boot score. We had the top 3 average ratings except for Luigi Gaspar. He actually moved to Italy halfway through the season. He was bought by Hellas Verona in the Serie A for 160k off of Watford. So we had him on loan. He scored 10 goals, 3 players of the matches, and Watford sold him. So we didn't have him anymore. However, we had 2 of the top assist leaders. Thomas Rogers, a free agent we signed. He was a new gen. As you can see, he has 11 goals in 50 matches and 30 appearances. We had George Dowling, who was another free agent who we signed from Swindon in the Southern Premier League South. We brought in, has 3 goals and 2 players of the matches. Joe, however, he scored 28 goals in the Vanarama South. Legitimately surprised at how well this dude did. He's a bit short. He's not that heavy. His stats don't really persuade me to think he's that good, but he's got a lot. He's got decent acceleration, decent pace, decent enough finishing, decent enough heading, and his mentals are very, very well rounded. So I'm not too surprised, I suppose, when you look. He will probably not be coming back to us next year. Otherwise, we also won the. We also won the FA Trophy this year, which was actually a bit of a tough time in this 3rd round. Actually, no, let's just go straight to the 5th round. We took on Southport North. In the quarterfinal, we took on Southend. In the 4th round, we took on Rochester from the Vanarama National. We beat them 7-2. In the semi-final, we played Chesterfield. We beat them 3. And I was really hoping St. Albans, who are our major rival nationally, didn't. They lost to FC Halifax, who we played in the final. As you can see, it went to extra time. We won 3-0. Well, 3-2. Sorry. That's why I went to extra time. We hammered them. We had 16 shots, 7 on target, over XG, over 2.5. We had 9 corners, 19 fouls. They had 19 fouls. We had more possession. They scored in the 4th minute. We came back. We were up at halftime. We went down. We were tied up again at 67th minute. And then in the 112th minute, Tyrell Whitaker, our 2nd best goal scorer, scored the winning penalty to put us through to winning the FA Trophy. As you can see, he sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. Great goal for us. Everyone played well. As you can see, we also have King did not do very well in this match, but we did manage to win in the end, so we're very happy with that. We did a double. We did a domestic double. We won both the FA Trophy and the Vanarama South, I should say. We had Jack Greaves tied on goals, who is a lone player in from Watford, who we won't be able to get back in. We had Josh Williams, who had 2 yellow cards, clean sheets. Tom Bilson. Tom Bilson's our actual full-time goalkeeper. He unfortunately ended up injured. He was out for a little while. But we have, at this point, finished the season. So what am I planning to do now? Well, there's a few guys who we're going to need to replace. For example, and are both players who I brought in at the end, near the end of the season, to help kind of cover our fact that we were missing a general cover at the centre back position. Ben Morgan, who looks a lot like Chesnut Gaming for some reason. Good jumping rate, good strength, decent heading, okay mentals. I brought him in as a cover option. He is out of contract. He's on a pay-by-play contract. Don't know what we're going to do with him. We might keep him around. Alfie Matthews is leaving. Josh Hill's probably leaving. Michael Fivoli's probably leaving. Miles Judd, I think, is still under contract. No, he's probably leaving too. Tom Bilson, however, is under contract for another year. Jethro Hansen's probably leaving. Dara Noonan unfortunately picked up a broken leg halfway through the season, just after we picked him up for a little while. He only played a couple matches. He's a decent box-to-box guy. Maybe we'll bring him back. I don't know. But we do have some people who are leaving. We have some guys who we're hoping to try and keep for a little while longer. As you can see here, Thomas Rogers is signed till to the end of next year. Same with George Dowling. Stephen Gleason's signed for a while. Briscoe's probably on the way out. Joe's probably on the way out. These guys are on loan, so they're probably gone. Keane here is signed up to 2026. Same with Jack Simpson. Lucky to have these two. These are going to be our starting centre back combo probably until we hit the League 2 maybe. Though I wouldn't be surprised if we replace Keane with somebody else. Montel McKenzie's gone, even though he's a Hemel Hempstead youth player. He does not want to come back to us, so he'll probably leave. Kind of sad for that, but everyone else here I think is good. Tyrell Whitaker is our second best scorer. He's also fairly flexible, so if you wanted to play him a little bit further up or even in the centre at centre attacking mid, we could play him there, but we play him usually as a striker, and you can see why. His physicals are quite good. He's got some nice rounded mentals, and his technicals are pretty good for this level as well, and he's got good penalty taking, which is kind of hard to find at this. We're looking pretty good. Caden Hines got hurt at the start. Comes into the league hurt. Sorry, he starts off the time hurt, so I should go to his injuries. He has torn ankle ligaments. 10 months. He only comes back at near the end of the season, and by that point I'd already replaced him, so he's probably gone. A lot of these guys I'm perfectly fine with replacing. Want a lot more money. A lot of them want a lot of money compared to what we're playing the players right now. For example, right now our most highly paid player is Tyrell Whitaker, who's on 875, who just signed that deal. That deal is brand new. He was on like 450, I think, beforehand. A lot of these guys are leaving. So, like, for example, let's just sort by expiring players. Who isn't expiring? Stephen Gleason isn't expiring. Neither is Cole. Neither is Jack. Neither is Tyrell or Thomas. Tom, George. Liam isn't expiring, but he won't be playing. We'll probably release him or set him for free. Keane is going. Richard Bryan is going. We might re-sign Richard because he's a left back, right back. He's not very good. Byron Webster's gone. Jack Reeves. Jem Howlett's gone. Montel McKenzie's gone. Tyrell Briscoe's probably gone. Tyrese Briscoe. Jethro Hansen's gone. Like, a lot of these guys are probably just going to be gone. Because I tried to re-sign some of them and they're just not willing to re-sign for us. I would like to keep Miles Judd. He's a good player. So let's try and do that. He wants to play as a defender on the right. I'm okay with that. He won't be... Look at how... he's recommended to be a fringe player and he wants to be a star player. See, this is what I mean, right? All these guys want to be star players, but I just can't give them that playing time. So what's probably going to happen here is I'm probably going to end up with these guys leaving and me replacing them with young players. So for example, age-wise, we have a couple guys who are 18, 19, 20. Sam Iorfa is a player who we brought in for free, who's not even on a full-time contract. Well, not even on a part-time contract. We might sign him to a part-time contract because he's actually pretty good. He's left-footed. He's a either-footed winger who's got a lot of talent. He didn't score very many goals, I don't think, but he did get a couple good assists. He got 1 goal and 9 assists, and those 9 assists are actually quite helpful. He's had 23 appearances for us. Like, I'm perfectly happy with giving this guy a contract, so let's see if we can sign him. 20-25 per week. Let's see what we can sign him for. A squad player? Yeah, you can be a squad player. Can we get you for 2 years and I'll give you an extra like £10 a week? This guy wants fucking nothing. I'm 100% fine with signing him for that amount of money. Reeves or Jem Hewlett back on loan. Good players, especially Jack. Jack was a very from Watford. We'll have to take a look at Watford's youth academy and see if they got anyone who's worth loaning in. But things are looking pretty good for us here at the moment. Going to have a lot of purchasing over the summer, but that's not going to be much of a problem. There's going to be so many free agents that we can get. Now, and before we call this video to a close, I just want to go through our finances here. As you can see, we're sitting on £410,000, which is a little bit over double what we had last month, and that's because of the FA Trophy final. As you can see, we had 150,000 in gate receipts from that. We had 10,000 in revenue. We had 60,000 in prize money, and 20,000 in the new sponsorship from the New Jersey sponsorship that we have, as well as 30,000 in grants because of the fact we've had to upgrade our stadium, which I believe there's an email in here somewhere. Yeah, there's the kit sponsorship. We've also been hit with a tax bill, which is pretty interesting, given that it is the Vanarama South, which is very uncommon. Stadium expansion plans, here it is, because they have to basically put in 600 more seats. It's cost 60,000, and they got a grant of 30,000 from the authorities to help build it, help put the seats in. So financially, we're quite steady. We could have. We're currently committed to spending less than £9,500. Our wage budget is around 15,000 right now, so we could bring in quite a few players with that amount of money. We also can adjust our budgets eventually in the not too distant future. I think it's because there's currently deals going on. Yes, we're trying to bring in Jack Madeline, who is a very, very good defender, who our long-term deals. We also have Lewis O'Donnell here, a midfielder, joining us. He's very, very good. His physicals let him down, but playing him as a deep-lying playmaker in the defensive mid position, or even as a deep-lying playmaker in the middle of the field, is probably not the worst idea in the world. He'll probably stay there, maybe play as support a little bit, but he's mostly going to be a defensive midfielder playing deep, which is what George Dowling played as a lot, and I think his contract's up, so we'll have some cover in that position too, which I'm very happy for. Our youth players were very bad. We only brought in a few. They weren't very good. There's a couple of people in here. There's Dwayne Downey, who is a Hemel Hempstead youth, who is moderately fast, has okay physicals. He's a winger, so he can kind of... He's not terrible. There's Danny Dovey. Jay Burr. He's okay. There's Luke. Well, some of the guys who we have on loan are still here. There's also Trey Mitford, who was brought in against my will, who is leaving. So we can go ahead and... no, we can just wait. We can just wait for him to end his deal. But yes, we have a bunch of players leaving. We're going to be doing a lot of work on improving our team and working towards getting towards the Vanarama National. Let's go ahead and see who won the final. Yeovil won the final against Braintree. Maidstone got knocked out, it looks like, in the second round, semi-final. Yeah, they got knocked out in extra time versus Braintree. That's kind of bad for them, given that they were our only real challenge this season for a while. But yes, we have won this, and then going up into the Vanarama National. Into the Vanarama National. We won't be playing Eastleigh, Hartlepool, Kidderminster, or Oxford. Okay. Ebbsfleet is there. They won the Vanarama National South last year, as you can see here on the right, I believe, when it comes up. Yes. So they went up last year. They stayed up, which is impressive. So who else are we going to play? We're not going to play in Digan, Redbridge, or Chesterfield. Bromley, Gateshead, Halifax, Dorking, Aldershot, Borehamwood, Woking, Southend, Fylde, Aldrincham, Rochdale, Oldham, York, Wellstone, Barnet, Ebbsfleet, Solihull Moors, Maidenhead. Eastleigh have been unfortunate for Eastleigh. Hartlepool as well. Hartlepool I quite like as a team. It's kind of sad that they're getting knocked down again, but they'll probably pop right back up. Kidderminster, I know, are affiliated with Wolves. They are Wolves' local affiliate. Yeah, they are a senior affiliate. They are a junior affiliate of Wolves. There's also Sourport, which are in the Midland. But yes, we played a Wolves save last year, and that's why there. But that's unfortunate for Kidderminster. They also got knocked down. They went down to the bottom. They were at the bottom of the league. Let's take a look at the top goal scorer. See how much better they are compared to my players. He is much better. Akinyemi is a very good player. He's got good jumping reach. He's good heading. What about the top assist getter? He's okay. Better. This guy's very good, but I don't think he's as good as Lewis O'Donnell. Lewis is not as good in the air, but that's fine. Lewis is a better defender. They're equally good physically. Lewis is actually faster, which is kind of impressive. Otherwise, though, I think this is a pretty good matchup. The only thing that I'm kind of wish that was more of a thing, of course, is the corners. But I think, is this guy's contract up? It is. If we can get a guy with 13 free kick taking in our squad, then I am absolutely fine with that. What are clean sheets? Oh, Harry Trier. Yeah, we played this guy. He's all in all. And Van der Stapshoff. Good. And Harrison Mail. Pretty good as well. So yeah, we're going to be going up into this league. I'll be doing another video maybe when we finish up with the Vanarama National. Just as like a way to kind of keep you guys up to date on what we're doing. We're going to need to bring in a whole new team, basically. It's going to be a whole new team of players, because we're the only players who the only place where we won't need to bring in players is probably striker and centre back, but we will need probably a centre back or two just to cover. We're going to need fullbacks. We're probably going to need a winger or two even. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do in the next little while. But if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you've got interest in seeing some more FM from me, you can feel free to hit like, comment, subscribe, and check it all out in the future. See you guys later. Bye now.